Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another one of them Candid conversations. I hope you're nice. I hope you're good. I hope you're blessed and highly favored. We know we are this side of the ends. It's been nice. It's been lovely. We're in here still again doing this thing, Candid conversation. And today, this one is going to be a big one. It's epic. It's landmark. It's why one of the reasons why I wanted to do this thing. Before we go any further, a big shout out to all our sponsors. A big shout out to all our well wishers. A big shout out to OWF, Olympia Fuller Foundation. A big shout out to Twigger Accountants. A big shout out to Bush and Wine Adventures. Yeah. Today we're dealing with one of the pioneers, all the way from East Africa, a resident in the Americas right now. This man is a pioneer. This man has laid the foundation for a lot of people who's doing this right now, all through East and Central Africa. That's him, more precious than the ocean breeze that sweeps across the seven seas. Tune. Everything I do for you. Candid conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, without waiting any further, a big welcome to the 5-star general himself. A big welcome to Hardstone. Gunjiri Maina, my brother. Welcome. Oh. This one is an epic one. This one is a bucket list for me. I'm so honored today. I'm talking to the pioneer. This brother right here set the trend for everybody in and out across Eastern Central Africa. You see what I'm saying? Big things there. Without further ado, my brother, 5-star general. Welcome to the show, Mr. Hardstone Gunjiri. How you keeping, my brother?
Man, thank you for having me, man. I'm so humbled to be on your show. Big up yet to grind. Yo. DJ Lopo, you know, it's a blessing, it's an honor, just even to be in this space right now.
I'm the one who's feeling like that, my brother. Listen, yeah. I'm gonna take you way back. I'm gonna set the scene, right? Maybe I told you this. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Candid conversation. If you see me gasped, yeah, just allow it, yeah. This is one of them. So my brother, yeah, 95, 96 or something, yeah, setting back in Nairobi, yeah. Nothing is happening a lot, but youth are out in the streets, they're doing what they're doing. Jam session F2, jam session Olimbao. You know how the thing go right there, right? There was one bad kid called MC Wanda.
Yeah.
Yo, if you was outside, you know the vibes. If you was outside, you know the vibes. The rest of you, man, them, you waited until it's printed and it's all that thing and it's hyped up. And now there was a kid called MC Wanda. Yeah. MC Wanda would step on the scene, F2, like knockouts. He's taking it like it's his. MC Wanda, like there was MC Wanda, there was Alibaba, there was, you know what I mean? There was a couple of names there.
Alibaba, Natural Mystic,
Achulu Mystic. Achulu. Achulu. See, I'm taking you there, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm taking you there, brother. So that's the setting. Like gutter, raw street vibes. You have to have the it factor. When I take you before you punch up, like everybody and anybody could say that's the man. So from MC Wanda, it graduated, and next time, this is what we're hearing. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Yes, sir. Ohiki turned up all over Eastern Central Africa. The whole family is singing Uhiki. All the radio stations is singing. I'm like, yo, who's that guy? Hardstone. Who's Hardstone? Whoa, Cam Choices Street, but I know that guy. That MC Wonder. No, that's Hardstone. Like, what happened there? So take us back, my brother. Take us back, please. Just to Gusie Kidogo.
Yeah, my name is Hardstone, born and raised in Nairobi, Kenya. Grew up in the projects, the ghettos of Kenya, Eastlands, we started living like in Dandora, left Dandora, went to Jericho, left Jericho, went to Jerusalem, but still
Shout out Islando
yeah,
at large.
but the crazy thing is like like me, even at an early age, I was all connected with all the ghetto youths, from Kawangware, Kije, Kibera, Dagoretti, like everywhere, I had all them links and stuff from at a young age. But just to cut the story short, I started doing my music, like when I was doing music, nobody really knew what was going on because it was no social media, it was no Facebook, no Instagram, no none of that stuff. So I started I recognized my gift at a very young age. I was doing it on the streets. People used to wonder, like, who is that kid? Because I used to sing loud sometimes, walking, and I'm just doing my thing. People don't even understand what's going on. Before you know it, I started doing variety shows, and then before you know it, that I got into the talent shows. I remember it's a young man called Nyerere. From our hood. That's who really introduced me to F2 because before F2, I was just on the streets, just doing my stuff. And them they used to go to F2
every Sunday.
And they every Sunday for the jam session. So he told me, man, I need to take you to this place, man. There he took me to F2, and when I came out there, how F2 used to be. You go up there and you showcase your talent, the competitions, so you win a couple dollars and stuff like that. And I was hungry, I'm talking about like super hungry, not just hungry to get a couple dollars out by performing, but just coming from a less fortunate environment where it's poverty stricken. So music saved my life. So so I just started following my path. I started doing them Hollywoods, them I started doing them F2s. I started expanding from there. So I started just creating the bars locally and just in different neighborhoods and stuff. And then excuse me. And then I was offered a show at Brabant Theater, and that's when I don't know if you remember Zigzag.
Zigzag, the club, yeah.
Not the club, the group. Patrick Syria and Patrick Moretti.
Oh,
yeah.
So
I was dealing with Patrick Moretti at that point, and then it was a show in Brabant, so I went to do, because Brabant is a prestigious school, for rich people.
Yeah.
So when I went up there to do my show out there, I shut down Brabant Theater, and that's how Ted saw me at Brabant, because Ted and them were already in the scene doing their thing.
Yeah,
that's hot. When he was hot, So after he saw me, he did not know who I was. So he was like, man, I need to reach out to that guy. So he kind of figured out a way how to, get a hold of me and stuff like that. So he sent a note, see if he could reach out to me. And then I went home, and then somebody reached out to me. And then I reached out to Ted, and then that's how we started working together. We built our relationship from there. Started working on our project. I had a record deal with Kelele Records. At that time it was, from Germany.
All right.
It was me, Shades of Black, and Kawesa from Uganda. Yeah. So all those artists were great artists at that time. When the album dropped, it's crazy. We had worked so hard on Nothing But the Stone, which was my first album. So we finished working on Nothing But the Stone, like the album was done, right? So while it was done, and that's how songs come to me. So I was in the studio, and it was ISO, they used to play bass. So when we're in the studio, man, I just had it clear, and that's how I hear like my inspiration when they come in my head. I had it clear as night and day, like melodies coming to my head, and then I just started doing that. More than we talk. All that, and before you know it, man, I was playing the sexual healing rhythm on his bass, and then before you know it, I wrote that song in less than 45 minutes, and when the album was already done, and and it's crazy because that song I was T-Pain before T-Pain.
There you go. That's what I like.
So, and then,
let's not even go there, my brother. There was a lot of you are fast in so many things. You're kind of like so ahead of your time, and you know what I mean. Yeah, go on. Sorry. Yeah, there was a bit of something there. There was a bit of.
Yeah, because that whole album really, if you listen to that song, the elements that put that song together, you know, you got a Kikuyu element, a Swahili element, a dancehall element, a hip hop element, and an R&B element, and a traditional song that's been there for like years and years. Like our forefathers sang that song, you know. So that's why it was so powerful, because of all those elements incorporated on one record, you know. So it was not just like a regular record. And then on top of that, we added Focorda, which is way much more of a futuristic element. And that's why it's been a timeless record, you know. So it worked out good for me when the album came out. You know, the song charted, you know, it was big, you know, it was #1. You know, it did good, and that's how I became from a local artist to a national artist back home.
Because you are the first person that we know we've brushed shoulders with, who's doing it now. You know what I mean? You're pulling up, like, you got an album out, we're seeing the CD, we got it, we're buying it, we're dabbing it, we got it, right? Then you're pulling up to shows with the whole management, you know what I mean? With the whole, like, the whole...
Yeah. I had the whole team, you know. I had the whole team. You know? Everything was put together the right way, like how it's supposed to be set up. And then the greatest thing too is like, even in the industry, just worldwide, everybody was on a transition from the selling CDs into the digital market. So I got to enjoy both ends of the thing, you know. Like, even my music is in vinyl. My music was on CD, and then it transcended into the digital world. So I got to see that part of the other side that this new generation is seeing. And then another crazy thing is that, you know, I was the first person to really pack up a Nyayo Stadium.
That's what I was going to say.
You know, so the only difference is with now, when I was coming up, it was not social media. So a lot of stuff was not documented. Like when I released my first album, I don't know if you remember, Lauryn Hill was a CD launch.
Kenya.
Yeah, she came from a CD launch too.
I remember it was that thing in
where they have Safari 7.
Safari 7.
Yeah, right. Safari 7.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill was present on your CD launch.
Yes,
it was Metro FM. Remember, it was Metro FM, the only FM station at that particular time. Still saying. So you're the first person to have your CD launch, just like it was being covered live by Metro FM. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, those radio stations, man, they showed me so much love. I got so much respect for all those stations, you know, and even still the government stations that still exist and support my music, and all the DJs and just everybody who's been supporting my music worldwide. Even you right now, you having me up here, you know, I value you a lot, because you are the mediums for artists to get their music across the world and to connect with everybody else. You know, a lot of artists don't realize how important it is to have those relationships.
Yo, my brother, listen, man, I'm gassed, right? I'll tell you what, with Uhiki, one beautiful thing that is like, it's kind of like a song that was sung with our ancestors. Then you came in, put your sauce on it, and up until today, I bet you there's no wedding that happens.
What, man? Guess what? Ohiki been playing on radio 20 years straight.
Listen, even on the streets, every wedding in East Africa, every wedding, they play Ohiki.
Yeah, man. I'm humble, you know.
Man, you left a mark, my brother. And thank you for all the hard work you've been putting in. So, Mr. Hardstone, talk to us, like, before we move any further, a big shout out to them likes of Ted Josiah, your team there,
Yeah,
Morezi, your
yeah.
team there, a couple
Yeah,
of
David
artists.
Morey. I had very good. I had a great team. You know, the management. You know, Ted. You know, he put on a lot of work on the production of this of my first record.
Ted is
David
up
Morey,
there.
great manager. You know, I had a lot of people like on my side who really had a lot of knowledge, and they had. I had a great team. I can't even lie to you. My team was, you know, the greatest team
brother,
ever.
I'm telling you, you used to pull up and just you doing because those were my guy. Yeah, you used to pull up. Like you're the first guy I know, like he'd pull up with the team with the nice ride. I'm like, shit, this can be done. You know what I mean? It was like, this can be done. And then you still had the love for people like us who are still struggling or upcoming MCs. Like I told you that time when you came down to, shout out to Get the Right 45. When you came down to Calabash and after your show, you said, yo guys, you gotta big up, and you pulled up my man Soliday. Said, yeah, you gotta big up all these MCs and what. You're kind of giving us love, like real, genuine love, that type of thing. And all the artists you featured with, the likes of Nikki, K Shaka, and all that. Beautiful. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen,
you know,
Pioneer is in the house, my brother. God.
Thank you. My whole vision has never been all about me. You know, I always I understood my purpose, and I know my purpose, you know, like in this journey of music, even now that I am an international artist, is to always help other people who try and break into different markets. So it has always been not just building me, but building others, and you know, just creating that network, you know, even for the future artists who try to make it on different levels, whether local to national to international. And if you Google me, you know, I've accomplished a lot even here in overseas. Really, let me show you. I'm about to show you something special. I think maybe you're not seeing this. I'm about to show you this. You see this?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, 2020. I just charted Billboard #3 out here in America on the reggae charts. I had a single called Girls, Girls, Girls.
Right.
You know,
yeah,
but and to me, just to cut the story short, it has always been about open up those doors so other artists can be able to get in those doors, you know. So it ain't an easy job, I ain't gonna lie to you. But I always wanted to create that path for them so it can be a little bit easier for them.
Right. Listen, my brother, thanks a lot for what you've been doing and what you continue to do. So let's move forward. So now, after Nothing But the Storm, which was your first album which you did in Africa, then it's always a dream to reach out to the next level and try to conquer the next terrain, which, that's what I'm saying, you did a classic one. You did that. You moved from Africa and you went to the States, right? So now take us from there now. So,
I mean, a lot of things happen. You gotta notice, like even after I finished my first album, I recorded my second album. It was called Ziwe Kulu. I don't know if you ever heard about that.
Yeah. People was talking about Ziwe Kulu. Ambrose was telling me about
Ziwe but Ziwe Kulu got sabotaged as much as, you know, it's weird. I had a great start. You know, when my first album came out, then when I migrated to America, you know, my whole team kind of turned their backs against me too. So I had some records with Kalamashaka. On my album, I had a record with Maina Kageni. I had a record with Suzanne, who was with Ted and them. I had a record with Bob Kyoko. I had a lot of people, like, you know, some great artists that, you know, the records never came out. You know, the whole album got sabotaged, and basically they printed a couple copies out on the streets and then it disappeared. So I don't even have the masters for my second album, which is called Ziwe Kulu, you know, which has been controversial till today. And, you know, I ain't gonna keep mentioning names who did that and this, that, and the other, because that's the past. So that album kind of, you know, it disappeared like that, and then from there, you know, I'm a ghetto youth, so I always reroute. You know, I don't let setbacks kind of set me back. You know, if I have a setback, I just think another way of how I move forward. So, with that being said, I came out here. And then I did Hard Story, which is I don't have the copy right now, but maybe I would have showed you a copy of it. But I did Hard Story, which was an album that I put out.
Okay.
And then I ended up starting my own label, Stone Island ENT, and then I put Welcome to Stone Island. You can find it on iTunes.
All right.
I started working extensively with different artists. Like, I got a record with Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know if you know Machine Gun Kelly. It's called Born to Be on Top on his first mixtape. His first mixtape. You can find it on YouTube. Right. I got a record with Scarface. Scarface from Ghetto Boys. What? The real Scarface.
The real Scarface.
Yeah,
My
you
man's
can look
playing
it up.
tricks on me, Scarface.
Yeah.
Ghetto Boys, Bushwick Bill and thing is Scarface. The real Scarface.
Yeah, he even had a song with Tupac and all that. I got a song with Busy Bone. You can find it on Apple Music too. It's called Touch the Sky. You can find it on YouTube. Just put Hardstone Scarface, or you can put Hardstone MGK, so you can validate what I'm talking about.
Wow.
And then they ended up making that documentary, Hip Hop Colony.
A big shout out to Mike
Convo. Yeah, that was cool.
I went to school with a brother.
I love the documentary, but I love the documentary. I love the vision. But at the end of it all, too, the people behind the documentary had their own issues on how they looked at things. So we don't see stuff eye to eye. And to me, it's not about the documentaries and stuff like that. I'm really about to put my own documentary about me and about everything else. Then I'm saying that documentary really did good. It won a lot of film festivals and all that. It really did good. It got a lot of history on our music industry and all that.
Yeah.
It's a lot. If you wanna read a lot, a lot of ebooks that have been written by different people and different publications. You can Google, like any ebooks that that different independent writers from whether it's in universities. I'm even in a book. I'm in a lot of books,
Definitely.
So So when I finished putting out that Welcome to Stone Island, I was touring extensively out here. I started working with labels like like I had a meeting with Atlantic. That record just came out from Universal Group, the one that I just started Billboard #3. And then now I'm in a nice space working with EQ Distribution through Rock Nation and the Stone Life that just came out. I've just been grinding. I've been grinding, performing with a lot of acts out here. Like from Ovado to Elephant Man, Buju when he came to Uganda.
I remember,
Lugenge Cricket Stadium out there, Lugenge. When he came with Twiggy, we drove to Uganda to open up for Buju before he went to jail. And then when Chakadimas and Plas came back home, I was with them on tour back home. We had a tour with Mighty Culture. I remember even touring with them in Mali before Welcome to Jamrock was hot. I've been on tour with Legacy from England out there, right?
Yeah,
Legacy and them. I performed with them at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's Floetry, right?
Floetry, the other part of Floetry.
Yeah. I did some shows with Floetry and stuff. There's basically a lot of people, like even on the hip hop market.
From the your resume, your CV is so deep, and not just like from what you've done that people can think it. Like you're saying, there's a lot. You've been in this game for close to 25 years or something. 25 years, right?
I've been in it. I've been in it for a while.
So like you. And that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna take this chance to give you your flowers because people like you, right? That you need to be giving talks. You know what I mean? And them type of things.
That's really my main purpose. What I'm about to start focusing on, because for a while I don't know if you noticed, it's like a lot of people could not see me. A lot of people don't even know
I've been after you for a while. No, listen.
But it's because I started focusing on a different market and building different stuff.
Listen, my brother, I'll tell you. Hold on, I'll tell you this. Even when we call the MC Wanda, you are not a person to talk to people a lot.
Yeah, I don't like talking too much.
I know, that's what I'm saying. When you are MC Wanda, you are not a person to talk to people. So even when I'm after you, I'm like, yo, my man, I know my man is just like, because this interview thing and you talking, I think you just started this time of COVID or something. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're just about your work.
It's all about how to why right now I'm communicating, because I want the less fortunate artists who ain't got no way out for them to have a way out. And I've been I've been building that solid foundation. So we can be able to set up things straight. So I can be able to give them the knowledge and the game that I got. So they can be able to sell and be successful. Things like that.
You can explain it. Yeah. The eyes will never believe it. This is one of like some of your works from thingy, yeah?
Yeah, Stormlight. Yeah. Blowing up, it's a new beginning.
Listen, you know. I want to real quick before I get carried away, because I'm just about to ask you my next question, which you've noticed, like you're the type of artist, like at first your writing and your song structure.
And by the way, before I forget, I'm the first African artist to perform at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Wow, I've counted like 5 firsts. Your respect for, hence the 5-star general.
Thank you.
5-star general. You don't get that by seeing, you know what I mean? You've been there, right? Yeah. But what I wanted that I noticed, and that's why I told you one of my favorite songs is Msichana Mwafrika, is how you easily put Candy into thingy. Oh, I'm running out of time, my brother. I'll have to send you another invite, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, let me just finish my question then. So how you put Candy into medicine when you're doing your lyrics or when you're piecing together a song, right? Like you talk about deep subjects, right? But you make it palatable. Like a good song, Nipe Msichana Mwafrika, it's the same thing. It's got all this, it's got the vibe like R&B, bashment, somewhere there, and then you vibe Kizungu na Kiswahili, like anybody listening to the song will know what you're saying. And then you are cheeky with the lyrics without being cheeky with the lyrics. Marambili tatu metakuwa, you see what I'm saying? It's like you have all this inside there that is even palatable. It's kind of like a song that the whole family can sing along to, right? Yet it has a deeper meaning that just that person will understand, kind of like if you know, you know. So was this a gift that you just had, or was it through practice?
To me, I'll tell you what, man. To me, it's way much more of a gift, and I'm very humble for the gift that God gave me for me to be able to even do those things, because, creating music is not easy, especially when it comes to writing. That's why a lot of people get ghostwriters to write for them. But just for me to have that ability to be able to do those things and still make sure that the message goes across, make sure that it touches different people, make sure it's still fun, make sure all those elements are there. That's a gift that God has given me. And I think it's very important, especially us being immigrants and coming from Africa. So our music can be able to cross over to other regions. So when you have that gift and that ability to write music on that scale, it gives you way much more leverage for you to be able to, open up doors that you couldn't open just being an African artist.
That's that classic. And every artist I talk to, or like I try to let them know, like us being like from where we're from, this is not our home, but yet it's our culture that dominates all over the world, has been for a while, right? It's kind of like,
you gotta keep that balance because we're all one people, and you cannot limit yourself, so you don't want nobody left out. You get what I'm saying? We're all one people. We all come from the same human race, so gotta make sure everybody feel comfortable and they're involved. You cannot leave nobody out.
Yeah, you cannot exactly. Hence, I go back to my favorite song since day one. Yako Msichana Mwafrika. You go from Nipe Msichana Mwafrika, and then Nikki bringing in the English chorus, and then you go back like you both, like there's a verse ya Kiswahili and then there's a verse ya Kizungu. Like when you listen to the English part or the patois part, you think that guy is Jamaican. You know what I mean? And on the same song, when you listen to the Swahili part, you're like, yo, uni boy wam tap. You see what I'm saying? To me, that has always been a beautiful balance. Like, I know a lot of people get carried away and swing either way. But even then was saying the but like even your curtains and your deliverance and everything is on point on one side, just as it's equally on point.
Because that song really got 3 parts to it. You got the Swahili part, and then you got the R&B part that you are to me more precious than the ocean breeze. The streets across. So that's the R&B element, and then the last verse is the dancehall element. So you got 3 elements to it.
Wow. Listen, my brother. Yo, I'm loving it.